What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video we're back in the lab, boys. Yeah, that's right, we got a brand hammer new 2023 Hayabusa in here for some performance modifications already. Now there is another one. Yeah, that's right, guys. This particular one is mine. This particular one is a customer's. So this customer is I guess you would say, let's call him a repeat offender. We've done multiple bikes for this guy. He's been featured on the channel several times with several other bikes. And he's back, just picked himself up a 2023 Busa. And we've got this thing in here about to do the first round of upgrades on it. It's got 339 miles. He said he's already been beating on it, having fun, having a good time. Today, we're gonna go through and install a Brock's Performance Pentacarbon full exhaust system. Now we got the headers and everything over there. We're gonna put a Vortex aluminum rear sprocket. This is the same tooth as the factory rear sprocket. He just wants to have a nicer, better looking sprocket than the steel, just boring looking aluminum or boring looking steel sprocket it has. We're gonna do a Sprint air filter P08. This is the street version, which is the best for the street. The F185, yeah, it makes a little more power, flows a little better, but there's not a lot of street protection. We're also gonna do a set of Healy handlebar risers, which is gonna make the thing a little more comfortable for tour riding. Get his bars up, and then we're gonna install this WRS windshield. We'll see how that thing looks. I've never seen one of these in person before, so we're gonna see how that looks installed. We're also doing a set of Carbon Smith velocity stacks. So we didn't get to do some break-in numbers or dyno numbers on this thing because it's gonna be super hot and we gotta get this whole project done in one day. But coming up in a video later on, not in today's video, but in another video, I'm gonna be dynoing my 2023 Busa. It currently has 1 mile on it. So anyways, we're gonna get this thing broke in a little bit more, then we're gonna put it on the dyno and let it rip and see, are these 2023s better than the 2022? Stay with us, guys. Hey, stop. You guys subscribe to the channel. If you hadn't done that already, go ahead and do so now. It's totally free to do. Click the bell for notifications. We're fixing to get that 100,000, boys. Stay with us. Here we go. Look at him. He's just working away. Dazzling Drew at the controls once again. Here we go with a brand new Busa 2023 teardown. This thing, so fresh, so clean. There's a lot of stuff going on under here. So this right here is the ABS module. Eventually, hopefully we'll have an ABS delete for these things so we can get rid of that. We're just waiting on some company to make a plug-in. The speedometer, all this stuff runs through that ABS pump, so you can't just unplug it, take it out. A lot of stuff won't work right. The bike may still run okay, but you're not gonna have no speedometer, nothing like that. All your lights are gonna be blinking 24/7. We cannot delete that in the ECU. The ABS is actually not controlled in the ECU. But anyways, we're getting the exhaust off this thing, getting it stripped down. Should have more stuff to show you here soon. We're gonna get the exhaust on first, then we're gonna move on to the velocity stacks and the air filter, then we're gonna do the handlebars, then we're gonna do the windshield last. But the main thing is we gotta get this super heavy, super quiet exhaust system in the trash can. got the two busas out in the sunshine. This color looks so good in the sun. First thing we're gonna do is start up my 23 model, see what this thing sounds like totally stock. You hear, kind of sound, you ever heard a Dyson vacuum cleaner? Sounds a lot alike, literally. Like, why would you want this thing in stock form? You ever seen your wife pushing the vacuum cleaner? Yeah, that's what it sounds like, dude. Like, I don't know, kind of weak sauce. All right, let's start up the Busa with the Brock's Performance exhaust system. Ooh, there we go. Literally no comparison. All right, let's cut this one off. It's dumb. Anyways, this thing looks super good. They did redesign the Brock's exhaust too. This is the first one that is quote unquote for a Gen 3. You can see it has the two O2 sensor bungs in it now. So if you have the factory O2 sensors, if you're not gonna get your ECU Flash, I don't know why that would be the case, but anyways, you see we don't have any O2 sensors in there because we're not gonna use them. We're gonna flash the ECU. We disable the O2 sensors. The O2 sensor tells the bike to run super lean while cruising around. We don't want that because that makes it ride like shit. So anyways, woo-wee, the black windshield looks super good. Really set this thing apart. And then you see his 43 tooth Vortex sprocket looking super good. Man, it sounds good. We're about to put this thing on the dyno, see if the 23 model makes any more power than the 22. And did Brock's change a little something in the exhaust system to make it make a little more power? I don't know. We're about to find out. All right, boys, here we go. The bike is loaded up on the dyno. We got it all warmed up and ready to test out. The ECU is untouched. The check engine light is on for no O2 sensors. We're gonna see what this thing makes as a baseline pull. Remember, we got full exhaust, Carbon Smith velocity stacks, and a Sprint air filter. Let's see how this thing goes. Hey, did I forget to mention if you want a Brock's exhaust for your bike or a Sprint air filter, go to moremafia.com. I've got a whole list of pages, or a whole list of codes for 5% off on my discount code page. Go check that out. Suzuki snaked us again. Look, here I am thinking we got less power, but look, the bike has got a flat tire. So apparently it picked up a little bitty nail and the bike slung the nail out of the tire. Remember, we were just dealing with this on Fastlane D's bike, but this one, she's going down, boys, like the Titanic. We're gonna have to pull this brand new bike off the dyno, take the wheel back off that we just had on there for doing a sprocket, and we're gonna have to put a tire on this thing. The 164 horsepower, that is due to bike just didn't have no air in the tire, it wouldn't roll. So anyways, luckily no damage was caused, nothing happened, but we gotta pull this thing off the dyno and get it fixed. And just like that, we're back on the lift. Dude, what would you do if this was yours? Brand new bike, literally the customer's had it for 1 week, 300 miles on it, and now he's getting 2 new tires. Yeah, that's right, guys. He was already thinking about, of course, he wanted new tires in the future. He didn't really want new tires today, but he got to get them. So where it slung or got the nail in it slash slung the nail out, it's right dead in the center. Really not a good idea to patch it slash plug it. If you did, it would just be for the dyno. He's like, dude, I'm not coming back just to get another tire next week. So anyways, Dunlop, we're going with Q3 pluses. This customer does some touring riding slash sport riding. So this is a good tire that's gonna grip better than what it had and still last decent amount of time. Dazzling Drew about to take the wheel back off again and get these tires mounted up. Round two, here we go on the baseline pull. We got 2 new tires and one of them, well actually both of them got plenty of air in them now. So hopefully this makes us a little more horsepower. Let's see what our baseline pull is now with air in the tire. Well, boys, I told you there was going to be some difference from putting air in the tire. Look at the horsepower gains we got. See, guys, more Mafia, we're working wonders. Yes. No, not really. Anyways, I knew right off the bat, when I seen 164 horsepower, I was like, what? I was like, please don't tell me Suzuki has bamboozled us and hit us with the okie doke and gave us less horsepower again. No, this thing performing really, really well. 180 horsepower baseline, and the thing is super, super lean on the air fuel ratio, meaning not getting enough fuel, which we knew that because we've increased the airflow, the air filter, we've increased the airflow of the velocity stacks, and we've increased the exhaust flow with the exhaust system. So we knew he had to be way off. I'm about to go into the ECU, take out all the restrictions, remove the top speed limiter. I'm going to raise the rev limiter. I'm going to change all kind of stuff to get more power out of this thing. I'm not going to go into great detail showing you in this video what all is in the ECU that we're changing. You can go back and check out some of my other videos for that content. But I got to get this thing dialed in, and we're running out of time because we had too many setbacks today. All right, headphone users, hold on to your ears. Here we go. This thing sounds so, so good. One little complaint, we had to go to the new tire. Look how shiny this thing, ooh, she warm, she warm. Anyway, see how we got a really a big shine on that thing? Well, that's where the bike is spinning, okay? In other words, I had it cranked down crazy tight on the dyno, but no matter what, these tires, they really need to heat cycle a couple times to break the tire in. Yeah, I could have done a burnout, but that makes the tire sticky. That doesn't really make it break in and get harder to grip the drum. It's different gripping the drum versus the street. Anyways, we're not gonna get into all that. We ended up with 183.35 horsepower and 110 foot-pounds of torque. So overall, correcting the air-fuel ratio, got us 345 horsepower throughout the whole entire RPM curve. The good thing is, if you have this new, so this is a Generation 3 Brock's Performance Pentacarbon. In other words, this Pentacarbon only fits the, I guess you say Gen 3 busa. In other words, it will not fit the Gen 2. So if you have one of these and you're wanting to buy an exhaust, get the one for the Gen 3. It does fit just a smidge better. It does have the 2 bungs for the O2 sensor. Just a few improvements they made, making it Gen 3 specific, where the original exhaust was a Gen 2 exhaust, and they sold a couple adapter pieces to make it fit. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it does the same horsepower, but this one here is specific for the bike. Just a better choice if you're buying one now. If you've already got a Brock's Performance Pentacarbon on your bike, it's nothing to worry about. You got a good exhaust, it fits, it's on there, it works. But if you're gonna buy one, make sure you buy one for a Gen 3, okay? Another thing too, if you have an ECU, wanna get your ECU Flashed, we have everything to get you accommodated on our website, moremafia.com. Check us out on there. There's an ECU flashing page. All the details are on that page for what you need to do to send it in to get it done. There's a video that'll pop up, just like everything. I got a video for everything, boys. Watch that video that explains the process for what you need to do to send it in. Also, the ultimate pops and bangs tune, we do that on a lot of them. This customer specifically did not want any kind of pops. So we've got his pair valve capped off, and we've got no pops in the tune. So as you heard on the bike, on D-cell, no pops whatsoever. Of course, you still get the pops on the quick shifter, but no pops on D-cell. That's what this customer requested. If you want the pops, ain't no big deal. We got that option too. Let's get this thing out of the dyno, or off the dyno, into the shop, and get the fairings back on it. I can't wait to see what this thing looks like, all buttoned up inside. This is the satisfying part of these videos, where you work all day long and boom, there it is. You get to see the finished product. This thing turned out super, super good. We'll do a quick little walk around showing you how it all came out. The windshield looks super, super good. Everything we did, button this thing up really nice. Foot peg lowering brackets. These are gonna be really nice just to make this thing more comfortable. You see the Healy bars there. All this stuff, like I said, super, super good looking. If you have one of these Gen 3s, you want to get a Brock's Performance exhaust, hit us up, moremafia.com. Go to my discount codes page. Go in there, get yourself 5% off on Brock's Performance exhaust. I got Voodoo exhaust, Sprint air filters, all kind of products. You can go in there and get that discount code to use that stuff to your advantage anytime. You want to buy it at 2 a.m. because you've been drinking some booze? Hey, there you go, moremafia.com, 5% off. We'll fire it up one more time. First off, let's fire up the Dyson. How can you call this a Hayabusa? Alright, now let's start up the real deal over here. Literally no comparison. If you got a Busa, you gotta have exhaust on it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Please subscribe to the channel. Hopefully by the time you see this, we're at 100,000. If we are, boom, pound it right there. Thank you so much for all the support. If we're not, click the subscribe. If we are, click the subscribe, click the bell, smash that like button. As always, guys, we appreciate watching. We'll see you next time.